everyone, this is Larry with Goblin Headquarters, and today I'm going to show you how to play Zipang Portable and also do a review on it, and you can hear my thoughts. So let's take a look. This is Zipang Portable. The game can be played from 2 to 6 players. For this walkthrough, I'm going to show you how to play the 2-player version. In the 2-player version, each player is going to get 4 of these coins, and they're known as Mangoku. So 4 for me and 4 for my opponent. In the 2-player game, the instructions will tell you for a 2 to 3 player game, you're going to be removing these cards. So there's 3 commanders, a monk, these peasants, 4 peasants, 2 bandits, and 2 captains. Once these are removed, you shuffle the deck up of what is left. Each player is going to start with 2 cards each. They are hidden. The deck is down, and then the top card is revealed. And I recommend everyone use these reference cards because each card does have a different ability. So each one will go to each player. So when you're playing the game, you're going to take a look at the cards in your hand. First, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a card on your turn, and then you're going to play a card. So very similar to that of Love Letter. You're picking one up, you're playing one. You draw, you play. You draw, you play. And your goal is to use these battle points right here to attack each player or an individual player, depending on the card themselves. The honor right here is used at the end of a campaign. So this game, think of a campaign as a round. So when everyone plays in this 2-player version right here, at the start, each person is going to put in 2 coins into the pot. And then 1 is going to be removed from the game permanently. So this is the actual pot we're playing for. And as you play, so let's say this is my hand, and I'm going to use the, this is my hand, and as you can see, I don't have anything with any battle points. All I have is high honor. This is not really a great hand for defending. Whereas my opponent has a captain with a battle of 3 and a monk with a battle of 1. So when the game first starts, there is an exception. If you attack for 3, a battle of 3, so let's say this player attacked for 3, and I'll put this back, and I have to reveal, and I need a battle of 3 or greater to defend. I don't have that. So when my opponent drops this and says, I'm attacking you for 3 damage, then I have to be able to defend. Now, if I have not had a chance to draw and play for the turn, I can spend a coin and say that's my block to give me a fighting chance for the next round. If at any time during the game you have less than 2 cards in your hand, you immediately draw back up to 2. Again, you can only play 1 card per turn. There is an exception known as the peasant. The peasant, right here, as you can see, has a battle of 1 and 0 honor. But you can play 2 peasant cards. If you play 2 peasant cards together, it is attacking every player for 5 points of damage. So every player is going to have to block those 5 points or they're out. If a player is out in a multiplayer game, they sit out, but they're not completely out of the game itself, just out of the round. Reason I say this is because there are cards like the thief that can still steal coins from players out of the round, and they can take them. So whoever wins, so let's say my opponent knocked me out because I don't have any battle to defend, I'm out this round. I'll put this back. They go ahead and they get this. Next campaign begins. Then you shuffle, start over. At the end of a campaign, if multiple people are tied for honor, so if they let's say the deck we deck out here, and there's no more cards to draw, then the campaign ends. When that campaign ends, whoever, when you reveal your hand, has the highest honor. So in this case, if this was my hand, I have 6 honor, and this is my opponent's, and they have 2 and 1, 3 honor, then I would win the campaign. I would get the money in the pot, and we continue with the next campaign. If at any time a player has 0 Mangoku at all, then the game ends. There's no more further campaigns. That is it. The game is over. And the person who has the most is declared the winner of the game. So this is a very fast game. As you saw, it was not a good starting hand for myself there, but with that one simple attack, game ended. So that was not ideal, and it's not often that occurs, but it can happen. They got the 1 coin, you're out that campaign, but you're not out of the game permanently. So there is some luck to the game and some strategy. You don't have to attack with a 3. You can choose to attack with just a 1 and rather use the 3 for a defense. Again, that is a strategy in your approach to the game. But every one of these cards has a special ability, which is conveniently right here in this nice little quick reference card. And it's also in the rules itself. The rules itself does have a frequently asked questions, a guide step-by-step on how to set up for each different player count. All right, so now that you've seen how to play the game with 2 players, if you want to scale and play with 3, 4, 5, or 6 players, take a look at the rules. Extremely easy. It'll tell you which cards you need to take out and how many coins everyone's going to be starting with, depending on the player count. If you are like me and you play other card games and you have many of these sleeves available, keep in mind they do not fit these cards. Okay, these are taller and wider, and they won't fit these standard cards. I also want to point out that if you have a carrying device like a quiver or other devices like an Ultra Pro bag, the game does fit nicely in there. You can zip it up, take it with you to gaming conventions, tournaments. I mean, it's easy to carry, or you can just carry this as is. So again, the game's a lot of fun. It's, in my opinion, it is comparable to Love Letter, but it doesn't play like Love Letter. And I'd say the reason why I'm comparing it is because each turn you're drawing 1 card and you're playing 1 card, with the exception that if you do have less than 2 cards in your hand at any time, you do go right back up to 2. But that's the only comparison I would say there is. There is more strategy to this game, and the artwork is phenomenal. So if you don't have it already, I highly recommend it. It's a good filler, and it's a good social game to play with multiple people, and easy to learn. It says 13 on up. I would say even a 7-year-old could even play this as well. All right, well, thank you very much for watching, and keep on gaming, my friends.